Yeah, no, thoroughly impressed with the setup here. Obviously, the Atlantis is one of the fabulous places in the entire world. I remember years ago when Leah was starting to get this thing going, and thought it was a great concept and plan. Just didn't know if she was going to be able to pull it off. It's unbelievable what they've been able to do here, and the setup's probably as good as any we've been to as far as just the practice and having the court on site. And it's amazing just how many people from Spokane have traveled here. And we're looking forward to it. It looks to me like it's the best field out of all the preseason tournaments. And we know we're in for a real tough one against a really, really young, but yet crazy athletic and pretty darn talented Washington team.
Coach, being here in the Bahamas, making this early season trip, you get an early test, like you mentioned, from Washington. How important is that for you guys to, face that level of competition really early on?
Well, I mean, we do that every year. I mean, that's kind of what we do. We already got one under our belt. We faced Pitt already over on the other side of the world. So it's kind of what we do at Gonzaga. I mean, it's what the guys, they come to Gonzaga to play in tournaments like this. And, it's very important for us, both for, our RPI, our seeding, kind of getting the stage set for the rest of the year. So these tournaments are a great barometer for kind of where you're at or where you need to get to. So that's why we do it.
Mark, I haven't been in the arena, but I heard it's kind of unique lighting and kind of different facility probably than what you're used to. What do you make?
Actually, it's kind of like St. Mary's. It looks about like St. Mary's gym to me, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's about the same size and about the same lighting. So, no, it's fine. It has air conditioning. Doesn't look like the floor is going to get wet. And as long as we have that, we're A-okay with everything. And I think fan-wise, it's pretty cool in that it's kind of like the Orleans setup in Vegas, where they can just wander right down and go to the games, and it's a pretty good deal if you're a fan.
As a players come or shim, the arena itself, any adjustment to get used to?
Like Coach said, as long as no wet on the floor, we're all good to go, and the lighting don't matter, and the setup doesn't matter. You just have to play the game.
Yeah, the rims are really nice. The courts looks awesome with the kind of lit up and the crowd dark. So, it looks great, and we got to shoot a lot today in practice. So, there's not really a backdrop. So there's not really anything you have to adjust to really.
This is quite a place. So what were you guys able to do yesterday? What was the best part of having a few hours to spend?
We got here Sunday evening, and then we had early morning practice yesterday, and then we had some time off, had some time to hang out with some teammates, and Doma's family came here, so he had some time to spend with his family. It was pretty chill, but today we had practice, and it's down to business. We got to get prepared for the game and be ready to go tomorrow at noon.
Oh, yeah, it was nice. When we got here, like you said, we got to practice early in the morning to kind of get used to the time zone or play an early game. And then, it was nice. People always see the on-the-court stuff and the challenge we get to play good teams here, but also, just the camaraderie and just spending time with our teammates, that stuff that's going to go throughout the season and into the tournament. We got to go down some pretty sweet slides.
Seeing Shem go down the whatever the biggest slide is, pushing that water, I was there to witness the end result.
Probably had the biggest wave.
Yes, yeah.
It's like a tsunami.
Yeah, it was. It was a mini tsunami. And it was a physics lesson in physics coming down.
Yep.
Yeah. Size, power.
Oh, I didn't see any sharks. I was just going through as fast as I could.
The sharks were licking their chops, though, when I saw him. They just let me go through, but
They were banging against the tube. Yep.
I think,
Has it been 9? Is that what it
yeah,
is?
I think it was 06.
Huh. Huh.
I think it might have started back in the conversation. Did you see Lorenzo at a USA basketball thing? Do you recall how this got rolling again?
I can't really recall. Or he might have reached out to us or something at some point. Yeah, I can't really recall. But yeah, no, I mean it's ironic that here we are in the in the Bahamas playing again. But it is what it is. I mean, to us, it's probably right now it's about advancing and getting into the winners bracket is the most important thing for us and really, quite frankly, for this team. I mean, I don't think they really understand the history of it. Like you said, it was 9 years ago, so they're not really up to speed with that.
Can you sense if it's a big deal to your fan base or the state at all?
I don't know. I don't really even. I think pretty much every game we play. I know tournaments like this are really big, to our fan base. But I would assume, you hear a lot of comments about it when you're traveling around the state.
Kyle, you've played in big game situations since you were a freshman. National title, Elite Eight here last year. You guys come in as the number 10 team this season, so I guess you could say you're one of the hunted, one of the contenders. Has that changed your off-season approach?
Not really. I mean, every year, no matter what your preseason ranking or whatever, you just want to get better, and this is the time of the year to do it. So for us, our approach never changes. Our coaches prepare us for our games. We have to trust in game plans, but at the end of the day, when the ball thrown up, it doesn't matter what your team's ranked. You just got to go out and win. So for us, I mean, we're pretty consistent.
For either player, can you just talk about the travel? You put in some mileage already in a short period of time.
Yeah,
You guys are young. You bounce back quick, probably.
yeah. I mean, from my experience, I've been traveling a lot. The past couple of years with my national team, and then back and forth to the United States, and then with the team here. So I kind of have some experience, but I know for a couple of the guys, Japan trip and this trip are the first trips out of the country. So I think for them it would be kind of harder to handle, but. Probably the first day is the most important to get you used to the time zone and probably the climate.
I'm just happy I got my frequent flyers in, so I got a lot of miles these last couple trips.
You got mileage plan on our charter? I don't even have that one. Huh.
Mark, talk about the University of Washington. They're playing like they played maybe 6-7 years ago with up-tempo.
Yeah, no, I think they're back to kind of, Lorenzo's got them back playing the way when they kind of made all their runs, really out in the lanes, pressuring, playing fast. Their defense is creating offense. And, they're playing really loose and confident. And, these first 3 games have allowed them to gain a lot of confidence. And I think they're playing with a little bit of edge because they were picked, I think, maybe 10th or 11th in the league. And so, there's no pressure on them. And they've been, so far, I mean, really impressive and probably farther along than I think most people thought for, immersing all these young guys in. The Chris kid is probably as athletic a guy as there is in all of college basketball that I've seen at least. And, Andrews has got a ton of experience and had a lot of big games and scored it well in a lot of big games. So it's going to be an interesting challenge.
Young backcourt, I don't know if you hadn't seen pressure probably to this degree.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, Mount St. Mary's pressed us all over the place the other night, so it's similar to that. I mean, in the half court, they really love to get up, deny lanes, and play high in front, and something that we'll have to deal with quick-handed and have some nice shot blockers and Dime and Chris around the basket.
Any further questions? Thank you.
All righty, thank you.